Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 17, which is our May live weigh-in.
Yay!
Oh, we have an applause button. Amy has figured out a bet. Okay, well, I'm just going to be straight up honest. Before I start with my honesty, we actually do need to introduce Josh.
Hi.
First live.
Yes. Very excited.
Whoa, sorry, hold on. It just went live over here, too. Okay, so I had like multiple screens talking to me. All right, so for everybody joining us, if you didn't catch the last week or two, I think you've been on with us 2 weeks now, right? Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry. I'm so confused.
Anyway, well, this is Josh.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm trying to multitask, and it's not working out very well. I'm sorry.
I know, it's sometimes really hard for me because I'm trying to, like, talk and then read the chat at the same time. So sometimes I do, like, drift off, and I'm, like, in the chat with them. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm totally live right now.
Exactly. That's exactly what just happened.
There you go. You're not alone. And then also, of course, joining us is Kurt the Hurt.
Whoop, whoop. That's me.
Because I almost tagged that Twitter handle of yours, and then I was like, I don't know which Twitter to use, so.
That's the other. That's like sports handle. So you don't need to handle that. Take care.
Okay. Well, there's so many of them. Anyway, and then just joining us is Phil. Hey, Phil.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, way perfect timing.
Are you wearing a Lightning jersey?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's a BYU Cougars.
Okay, I was close. I was close. That was my.
I know. I looked down. I'm like, well, it's a T-shirt.
How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Good. How about you, Phil?
Very good.
Doing great.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Nice to meet you too.
Have you met Kurt also? Because Josh and Kurt are new since the last time you joined in.
Cool.
I was on vacation last time, so no.
Yeah, that's what I remember that now. And then Todd is on set today, so he's going to try and jump on later, but I don't think that he will probably join until way later, or we might be off the air. And then Chantel, the internet went down in her whole entire town. Poor girl, like, cannot catch a break. So.
Yeah, there's probably riots going on right now, I bet.
Colorado?
Yeah, what are those kids gonna do?
I guess.
It's gonna turn to Lord of the Flies or something.
Well, I would freak out. I was like, what would I do? And I'm like, well, as long as I had cell service, I guess I would just still have my cell phone, but I wouldn't handle it very well.
Yeah, me neither.
In fact, she drove to the next town over so she could tell me that her internet was down. I felt so bad.
That's what they had to do in the old days. Drive everywhere to communicate. Yeah.
Yes. She sent a carrier pigeon to the next town over. I won't be able to make it tonight. Well, anyway, we're excited. We're kind of trying to do this a little bit shorter today because Josh is on a tight schedule, and of course we have Phil. So I know there's a few questions that we had for Phil. And Phil, I had one question, and we could just start off with it. So I saw on your vlog about the cleanses that you're doing, and so I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more about those, and also I'm kind of wondering, like, the heavy question about it that I know I need answering is, so with my weight loss surgery, our surgeon and our doctors talked to us about not doing, like the really scary fad diets and stuff. So I was wondering if you could, like, help differentiate to some people who are confused between cleanses and fad diets.
Would you get like the lap band surgery or?
No, actually, my husband and I both got
you
switch.
Okay.
Oh, I don't mind talking about it. I'll talk about it all day. It's just the really heavy duty one that you really have to really consider doing.
Okay, cool. What was it again?
It's called duodenal switch.
Okay, that I have no idea what that.
Spanish.
It's where
You switch adrenals?
do we what?
You switch adrenals?
Kind of, yeah. So 70% of our stomach has been removed, so that's the gastric sleeve part, and then our small intestine is mostly bypassed. That's the duodenal part.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so well, first off, there's a lot of cleanses out there, and a lot of them can be scary. There's a lot of bad information out there on cleanses too. I've done a few different kinds. I tried the juice. I watched that the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and like everybody who watches that one like wants to go on a juice fast like right away because they make it look so good. And so I did that, and like after 3 days, I was like, it was bad. I was like going crazy, and like you lose fat, but you also lose muscle, and you're getting nutrients from from the different juices that you're drinking, but like you just kind of wither away, and it's really tough. And like so I would never do one of those again. I've done a few other ones, but the stuff that we've done through Purium, we've done it twice now since September. It's 10 days, and the beauty of this one is that you get flex foods, and you get they give you master aminos, which are these master amino patterns are most protein, or all protein really is digested through your kidneys. And so when you say you get say you take whey protein, like highly organic whey protein, well, you're only processing like 40% of that protein through your kidneys. These master aminos were actually developed for people with stomach cancer because they couldn't digest it in their stomach, or maybe it was kidney cancer, one of those two. And so these are pre-digested, and they absorb through your lymph nodes. So they're 99.9% absorbable. So you take these master aminos, which will actually help you maintain or put on muscle while you're on the cleanse, and you will and then while you burn the fat because you're not eating as much calories and stuff. But you basically take these, you take 3 different shakes a day, and then they give you these this fiber capsule, like cleanse capsules. It's gentle. It's not like you're not going to be like, everything's plant based. It's all food based. It's not like there's no chemicals. Everything's like super highly organic. And then you take, it depends on which cleanse you do. There's an athlete cleanse, and there's a regular cleanse that they have. The athlete cleanse is if you work out a lot, or if you're like play sports and stuff like that. You can take that one. It's a different formula. And then the regular cleanse, comes with different stuff too. But I recommend doing the regular cleanse, and they give you a Poth cherry at night, which is I'll just tell you the items they give you. You get the green appleberry shake. You take those 3 times a day. And then you get a bottle of master aminos. You take those 5 of them 3 times a day, and they like offset each other every 2 hours. And then you take the fiber pills, I think, once a day, and you take these like electrolyte pills, basically like replaces your salt and your electrolytes that you might be missing through the cleanse. And then you can have flex foods. You can have organic almond milk. All this stuff should be organic. Organic almond milk, avocados, celeries, cucumbers, apples. And they basically say you can have any fruit or vegetable as long as it's organic, and they just don't recommend bananas. Is the only thing. You can have vegetable broth, zucchini, all that stuff. So you can make like guacamole, and then cut up zucchini and use them as like chip slices or whatever. But basically, you lose 5 to 20 pounds is what they say on there, and they after the first couple of days is hard because you're coming off of your certain sugar addictions and caffeine and all that stuff like that. And it depends upon how well you prep for the cleanse. Some people just go right into it, and so the first couple of days are tougher than usual. But if you wean yourself off of the meat and off of the dairy, wean yourself off the sugar a little bit and stuff and caffeine, then your first couple of days aren't as bad. But they, after the 3rd, 4th, 5th day, it's the best I've ever felt. I just absolutely feel amazing, and I'm totally stand behind it 100%. And they have an on-site doctor that you can email and stuff if you have questions. But I can probably, if there's something I can't answer, I can email them too, just to make sure. I can double check on the surgery that you had to make sure it's okay. Because if you go to a doctor and just say you're doing a cleanse, they're gonna think it's, there's cleanses where it's like cayenne pepper and lemon juice.
Yeah. See, and I think that's the difference in hearing what you're saying. What I'm liking better about this already is that there is solid food as well, and then
the shakes have like and I swear, like, these shakes taste. I mean, my taste buds are probably a little different than most people's, but I've had a lot of people that I've given the shakes to just to try to see if they like it. People that normally wouldn't like it. Like Dylan, the guy I trained, the kid I trained, he liked it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's like, a middle schooler, typical middle schooler, like only stuff, So it's an appleberry flavor. It has like spirulina. It has, wheatgrass. It basically has like 6 or 7 like superfoods mixed in with this appleberry flavor. So you're getting like all these nutrients, and so you're basically swapping out whatever you eat now with like super highly nutritious nutrients plus these master aminos. I take 5. I keep them on my bedside table. I keep them right here. I do 5 of them every morning, first thing in the morning. It's like the best protein I've ever had. But you're gonna take. You're going to put on muscle on this cleanse, like guaranteed. So
how long do they suggest you do it for?
It's 10 days.
Okay.
It's 10 days, and they also have a group on Facebook that's like it's really big group. So I'm sure I'm friends with a lot of you on Facebook. If you decide to do it, I can invite you on. But we're planning on doing. I have my calendar open. I think we're planning on doing it on Monday the 18th. I think is when we want to start ours, and we kind of think it'd be cool if you guys wanted to do it together with us. So they have like their own marketing thing for it. So so I have gift cards that I can give out. You get $50 off. So after you use my gift card, it's $205, and then it's like $8.95 shipping, and it takes like 5 business days to get there. So if we had to, we can push the cleanse back another week just so everybody can get their stuff in. And some people need to wait for paychecks and crap like that, and it's understandable because $200 is a lot of money. But if you take $200 and divide it by 10 days, you're looking at $20 a day for basically your food. You know what I mean? So if you look at it that way, it's not as bad. And then for an extra buck, you can get 5 gift cards that you can use yourself to give to your friends. And if somebody wants to do a cleanse and they use your gift card code, then you get $50.
So, that's cool.
Yeah, you can pay. That's like their marketing is pretty ingenious. That's how I got started on it. I bought in on it, or I bought the cleanse and I got 5 gift cards, and then I got 5 of my friends to do it, and it paid for my cleanse, and then I was like, this is awesome. So I kind of got in. I got into it pretty like September and October, November. Like I was like all about it, and then it just kind of I still use all their products, and we did another cleanse, but I just didn't get into it as much. But I really strongly believe in all their stuff, and the guy that created Purium is he was the understudy of this lady who started this Socrates Institute, or Hippocrates Institute down in West Palm Beach, which is like where people that are like super sick with cancer and different like diseases and stuff, they go there and they put them on like this highly organic diet and juice and wheatgrass and yoga, and they try to like cure cancer through nutrition and stuff like that. They have a pretty successful cure rate through the Gerson. They use the Gerson therapy and coffee enemas and all that crazy stuff. But yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
I don't think I'm interested in that one.
No, well, I would try it if it was like right. I don't know. I would try it. I don't know.
Well, we have a few questions. People were asking, so why no bananas?
I think that there's something with the sugar in it during the cleanse. I don't know 100% why not, but okay. I'm sure it's a Google search away. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like bananas, but I'm not sure for sure.
Okay. And then there's another question. So this is a 2-part question. So is the purpose of it to help you break your addiction to carbs and bad habits and to clean out your system? Also, is there a diet plan you need to follow after the cleanse to make sure you don't regain?
That's an awesome question. So So first off, the reason why detoxification is important is because the toxins in our body bond to our fat cells. And so when we go and most people think that they can just go to the gym and sweat off some weight. And, sometimes that works and sometimes it works better for others, but for the most part, it's mostly what you eat, and your body doesn't want to release that fat because first there's for two reasons. One is that we're genetically disposed as human beings to store fat for the winter, for famine, and up till 50 to 100 years ago, there was famine. We had to worry about that kind of stuff, but we don't now. It's just feast all the time. So there's that, plus the fact that our body doesn't release the fat and burn the fat out because it exposes the toxins in your fat cells to your bloodstream. So if you start and do a good detoxification to get those the toxins out of your body, and you pee them out, sweat them out, shit them out, that should be like a T-shirt. Then your body really, you get into that fat burning mode because you're basically burning during the cleanse. You're burning the fat in your body for energy, really. And so once you turn that fat switch on, instead of burning the food in your stomach for energy, you're burning kind of like the intermittent fasting I explained a couple times when I was on here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About eating between 11 and 7. It's kind of a similar concept or whatever. But so they have a continuation pack that you basically go for. It's for 20 days. So you do the 10-day one, and then you do 1 day on, 1 day off. So you do the shakes and the master aminos for the day, and then you do 1 day off, and you do that for 20 days. And on your days off, they have a whole list of food that you can eat. Hold on, let me. I have the little, and I can send all this out too. I have this transformation packet on my. Say hi, guys.
Yeah.
So keep it down in there.
You tell them.
So they give you this transformation pack. I don't know how well you can see it, but I have this in a PDF form. I can send in an electronic copy. But they have a whole list of stuff to do afterwards.
Okay.
And so you can do the continuation, but it's basically you're hitting reset in your body. You're alkalizing your body, so your taste buds are going to change. You're going to be you're going to start craving good food. It's going to help break your sugar addictions and your carb addictions. And really, the cleanses, it's amazing because you really understand food differently. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm in this cycle where I'm I have to have ice cream every night. You know what I mean? And I think about it, and then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't buy it, and and it's just like a drug, to me. You know what I mean? The way you think about it, you kind of romanticize it. Oh, I know it's in the fridge. It's going down later, and and so I'm ready to I'm excited about this cleanse because I'm just ready to get off of that for a while. And not saying ice cream's bad by any means at all, but it'll really help you with the sugar addiction for sure. So.
Yeah. No,
For me, I know that I'm going to be going on a cruise next week.
Oh yeah.
And I know ahead of time that I'm probably going to eat some foods that are not the best for me. So my plan was, and I watched that Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. My parents had me watch it, and they bought me a juicer. So I've done the juicing cleanse. In fact, in January, I did it for 30 days.
Wow.
And I almost died.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense, and I got to a point where, after the first week, I decided I couldn't do just juice. I had to have at least one meal a day. And so I was doing salads for my dinner, but then morning and lunch I would have the juice that I would make. And it was pretty intense. I lost a lot of weight, but it was pretty intense. But I think this time around, after I go on this cruise, I know that I'm probably going to gain some weight. But I was thinking about doing some sort of a cleanse after I get back so I can kind of flush that out of my system and kind of jumpstart back on track.
Yeah, and I've done the juice cleanse before, and I've done this cleanse before, and it's not the same. Other than the thought of I want I feel like I want some some pasta or something. You know what I mean? Something solid. Other than having that feeling the first day or 2, 3 days. But as far as the actual way you feel and stuff, you feel amazing. I'm telling you. By the 4th, 5th day, and everybody's different. You might feel good the 2nd day. You might feel good the 6th or 7th day.
Right.
But everybody detoxifies different, comes off of stuff differently. People might be coming off of Diet Coke and stuff like that, and they're gonna get headaches more, and so everybody's like me detoxifying now at this point is gonna be different than your average Joe who's gonna detoxify, coming off of whatever the hell they're eating. You know what I mean? Fast food and who knows, So, but the thing that's awesome is that we have the power of the group here. And we're gonna be, we'll be shooting in our vlogs every day what we're doing. So I think we're gonna do the athlete cleanse, which is a little bit different of a formula, and then you can have like a cup of like rice and beans at night. So just because you can get a little more carbs because we're working out, So, but if that's something you're interested in too, the athlete cleanse is awesome too. We've done both. So, but.
Oh, do I want to do it the week before my cruise? I'm going on a cruise at the end of the month, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's always something. There's always something coming up, Yeah. But I can totally relate. I mean, we did it around Christmas. I think we did our last one in the first week. We did it like after Thanksgiving, like the day after Thanksgiving or something like that. And yeah, the key is to really like maintain those habits and keep going with it. You know what I mean? Instead of like, you get on these cleanses and you just yo-yo. You're like, okay, 7 days is up, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? So you got to be careful with that too. So.
Well, what I like I've already said. I mean, it's nice because you do have your solid food. So when you are craving, chewing something, you've got your veggies that you can munch on, which I think would be helpful. For me, at least.
Yeah, and the almond milk helps a little bit. I don't know. It's not. You can mix those in the shake if you need to with the almond milk, and even like the vegetable broth, you can like cook up like a soup, something hot, because a lot of these cleanses everything's just cold, that you have, but you can cook up some organic vegetable broth and put some vegetables in there. And as bad as that or as unexciting and unappealing as that sounds now, like when you're on a cleanse, like. Even something like that, it's like the most amazing thing. You really learn to appreciate the food you eat.
And then you can just, obviously, you want to drink a lot of water during it.
Yeah, and they recommend the water with the higher pH levels because our body's like around 7.7 pH, I think, is where it's supposed to be. So we want to drink water that has a little bit higher of a pH level, so that's more detoxifying, cleansing. So they recommend. But some of that water can get a little expensive too. But I go to the health food store and they have these gallons of the alkalized high pH water, and it's like $2.50 for a gallon. I could just get a couple gallons of that and drink it. So I mean, you don't have to do that, but it'll help a little bit.
Okay, cool. Does anybody else have any other questions about the cleanse? I don't think anybody. The chat hasn't been moving for me, so I think we've answered all those questions. Does anybody have any other questions for Phil, just in general with health? I know that Chantel had a question that she was asking me the other day, and then she couldn't make it, and I totally forgot what her question was. There was somebody last time who had a question about, like, I guess she couldn't work out very much because she has that polycystic ovarian syndrome. Have you ever trained anybody that's had that?
Whoa, I don't even know what that is. Is that your ovaries or?
Yeah, like where they get cysts on their ovaries. I don't believe I have that. No one's ever told me about it. So
I don't think I have it either.
My wife has it. I don't think it has anything to do with like the exercising necessarily. I could be wrong by all means.
Yeah, I don't know if like you get sore, like, or if you run and you get crampy, or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it just depends upon what your symptoms are like. If your side effects are abdominal pain or something like that, it might be hard to get into the gym. But
my wife is saying, she's actually sitting right here. She's saying that it actually just messes with your insulin levels, so it just makes it a little bit harder to lose weight.
Oh, so maybe that's what it was.
So I guess maybe that's something like where a cleanse could help to get everything back into neutral.
The balance,
so your insulin and stuff is more level. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for those people who are interested in joining up with you and getting like those coupons or whatnot, how do they contact you?
So you can email me at philoreilly86@gmail.com, and I'll give you the gift card code, and then I can kind of explain, how you go into order. And it's pretty easy. The way so the way you order it is if you can get the $50 off coupons or gift cards or whatever, or you can just order the cleanse and that's it. If you want to get the gift cards, you have to become a member. And to be a member, you get like the auto ship every month, where they give you, it's like around $40 or $50 worth of product, which they send you an email and remind you like 5 days ahead of time before they ship it out to let you know if you want to cancel. So you can cancel anytime. You can put your gift cards. You can use your gift cards, have your friends exchange them, get the $50 for it if you use all 5 of them, and then you can just cancel after that if you want to. So it's up to you. But I mean, I probably order like $150 worth of stuff every month. Between the powder and the master aminos, that's usually what I do. And then there's other stuff on there, like they have a whole bunch of good products. They have like spirulina, and I got the joint flex for my knees. My knees get a little sore here. I got some Revive It All. It sharpens mental focus. I need all the help I can get with that.
Yeah.
I'll try stuff, here and there. I got the probiotics. I like trying new things. So.
Really fast, Josh has to go, so we'll just say goodbye to Josh. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you, guys. It's been good. And just really quick, I'll tell you my weight update. So yesterday, I weighed in, and I was 320 point. I want to say it was like 320.2 or something like that.
Awesome.
So that was pretty good. And then last night, the Mayweather fight happened, and I ate some things that I probably should not have. And so this morning, I weighed in again, and I was like 323 pounds. So that's kind of where I stand at this point. But I'm not beating myself up too much. I still go to the gym. I'm going to jump back in the gym tomorrow morning. But I'm trying to get ready for this cruise. I leave on Friday night. We're going down to Galveston and then heading out from there Saturday morning. So I'm very excited.
Awesome. That'll be great.
Have fun, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll see you guys. I won't. I'll probably send you an update, Amy, with my weight, and if you want to include it in your video, you can.
Yep.
And then the following week when I get back, I'll have a quick update for you guys. So.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool.
All right, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. It's good to see you.
See you, dude.
Right. Bye.
Bye. And then, Phil, we do have another question that says, Donna needs advice on how to cook healthy portions for just one person in a world where everything is made family size, and she doesn't like leftovers.
Well, it depends on what you're cooking. I mean, if you're cooking for yourself and that's it, you should just cook the amount for yourself. I mean, you should look at what one serving size is on the box or whatever you're making, and just make it that way. I mean, I think a staple should be a salad. You know what I mean? That always make a salad. A couple times a week at least. For your dinner, and fill up on that, and then have whatever side with it. But I really changed my idea of like what a meal is. You know what I mean? I used to think a meal was like meat, potatoes, and like a little bit of peas maybe, or something like that, or green beans, and they're like always frozen, or they're from a can or something like that, nothing fresh.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like when I go to my parents' house now, because they would cook like big meals, and there would always be tons of food, and we had these big plates, and so then we had like the little small salad plates. So now when I go there, and especially now that I became a vegetarian, I'll take the big plate and make that my salad plate, and I'll fill it up with salad, and then the little plate will be like, just whatever else they made, like potatoes or whatever else. So it's kind of funny how like things change with that. But I just suggest following the serving size, and if you get some chips or something like that, grab whatever a serving size of chips is, put it on a plate, and put the bag of chips away in the closet. You know what I mean? Like, put it away, because if it's right there, like, I mean, it's like a crackhead with a crack pipe right next to you and a bag of crack. I mean, I'm that way with ice cream. If I come out with a whole pint, I'm gonna eat way more than I would if I just, scooped out a fourth of it or whatever and ate it out of the bowl or whatever,
Right.
So.
Exactly. So the salads that you guys have been having on the vlogs look incredible. Like, what kind of stuff have you been putting in them?
So we had one tonight actually. So I always get the boxed organic field mix or whatever is the lettuce I like, but you know you can get romaine or whatever, spinach, whatever. And then I always get tomatoes. Like tomatoes are like my staple. I have to have tomato and avocado. So I'll put at least half avocado on my salad, and we just make it by the plate. So I'll just put plate out for her, plate out for me, and I put my lettuce on there, and then I'll cut up some tomatoes, put that on there, some cucumbers. And then I like to put, she made some quinoa, some organic quinoa for Tyson for his food. So we'll just a couple scoops of that and put it on our salad. We put some corn in there recently. We had a can of corn. We just sprinkle a little corn on there. I put black beans in there sometimes. Little cheese. I like to do oil and vinegar, balsamic vinegar for my dressing. And another trick I learned too is if I get these organic dressing and it goes so quick. And what I'll do is after it's like when there's like a third of it left, I'll take some olive oil and pour some in there, and then some balsamic vinegar and pour it in there and shake it up, and then you have like 2/3 of a bottle. Like makes your bottle last longer. If you get like a balsamic based kind of dressing, obviously you don't want to do that to ranch, but but you got to be careful too with the kind of dressing you use. Like you look at some of the calories on some of those dressings and it's crazy, but. Just whatever you like in a salad, just do it up, make it up, and then cut up more for another one later, and then just put it in a container. So then it's easy for you to make your salad the next day or whatever, So.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, I've been thinking about. I used to get lettuce and then chop it all up and put it in a Tupperware, and then put tons of different toppings in like those snack-sized baggies, and then just set it on top of the Tupperware, or like inside with the salad, but on top.
Yeah.
And then when I get to work, I just open them all up and throw them in. Because I've always wanted to do those like salads in a jar, but they get too wet in my opinion. So I don't know.
Tomatoes and stuff like that. Yeah, and like really, especially if you do a cleanse, but if like to me, like I used to think when people have to go on a diet, I'm like, oh man, they gotta have a salad, and it was just miserable. It seemed miserable, that all I can eat with a salad. But to me now, it's like that's my base. Like a big, nice, good salad is my base. And then, like whatever else on the side. Like I fill up on that salad first, and then, I don't want to eat as much after that. But
awesome. Cool. Well, I don't think, the chat is a little bit delayed behind us, but I don't think there was any more questions. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on? What we have?
The only thing I didn't mention is that you also get 30% off of all the Purium stuff if you do become a member on there too. I forgot to mention that. So
okay.
Yeah, cool. So no pressure to do anything. If you want to join us, it'd be fun to do it all together. And if not, it's something you want to do down the road. Just let me know. Or if you just want to get some spirulina or something off the site or whatever, I have a link that you guys can use for that too. So.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Check with my budget maker over there. We'll discuss it.
It's a big commitment. I mean, 200. I mean, I had to save up for mine. You know what I mean? It's it's a lot. I mean, like I said, if you look at it like $20 a day, it's one thing, but that's going to cost up $205. And then if you have 2 people doing it in the household, that's $410. So it adds up. It's totally understandable. So.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see what we can do. But also, we appreciate you joining us today and answering our questions. That actually helped a lot. I had a lot of problems. I'm reading the chat, and someone said my problem was sound. I do have a lot of problems, but I had a lot of questions about the cleanse you were on, and that answered a lot of my questions. So.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, my pleasure. I enjoy being here, guys. So you guys are awesome and inspiring as usual. So keep it up, and just keep swinging. Keep it up.
Thanks, Phil.
You're welcome, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
All right, bye.
And then, Kurt.
What?
So.
I've been sitting here, just enjoying it.
So, with you, Tyson and I watch Kurt's vlogs, which he has awesome vlogs. If you guys are not subscribed, you should go subscribe. The link is in the description. You talked about some 30-day goals you have this month, and Tyson and I wanted to hear more about your plan for those goals.
So I don't know how much. If you guys have followed it all, I've been having a hard time getting back into working out and just getting myself back to where I want to be. And so back end of last year, I was running a lot, ran a marathon, right? And I've been wanting to get back just right to that goal right off the bat. But I've been having a hard time because my cardio isn't there, my strength isn't there and whatnot. So what I finally came to the conclusion of is I need to just take steps little by little. And so my goal this month, I've made 2 goals. My first goal is to do 30 minutes of activity, and it's going to be specific activity every day. It doesn't really matter what it is, and then I can build from there. So like yesterday, was it yesterday? I can't remember. I went on a 30-minute bike ride, and I did a bunch of yard work and stuff like that, just to make it so I'm acclimating myself back to where I want to be and getting my body just to start feeling good again. So yeah. And then the second goal, I think it's almost really just as important. It doesn't have anything to do with weight loss, but it's helping me mentally. I've made a goal for myself to not spend any money other than necessities this month. And I think if we get ourselves financially into the place where we want to be, it's going to help us just be more stable. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
no, totally.
That's my plan, and it's kind of the exercise part. It hasn't been too bad. The financial part, it's weird. It's an addiction as well, just as food is. It's you're just like, hey, let's go to the store. Never mind, I can't, So, yeah.
Oh, no, seriously.
So yeah, it's been going good though.
Well, that's good. I mean, today's the 3rd, so 3 days into it, and you're doing all right?
Yeah. So next week we'll see if it's still going good, but I'm sure it will be. I've come to the conclusion that I'm just not happy with myself really right now, and I need to make some changes. So.
No, I mean, where you were saying the financial isn't, it's more of like a mental health, but I kind of wanted to talk about that, if not this chat, because there's only you and me, but just to get more opinions. No, like stress is the biggest derailer, in my opinion, to weight loss, because anything that stresses you out, which it could be financial, it could be situations around you, like it just makes it so much easier to just give in, because like for me, it's a lack of control. And if I'm unable to control the stresses around me, well, I can control what I put in my mouth. And so even if that means junk food, if that makes sense, like I'm like, okay, well, I'm so upset about everything going on around me, I'm gonna eat this whatever's right there. So I don't know, it's insane how much so I think that's awesome. Tyson and I are kind of on a budget this month as we're getting ready for our trip and just things down the road. So that's why, it kind of sucks, because like I do want to do a cleanse or some sort of a kickstart into continuing on, because I've lost weight at the beginning of the year, and then things got stressful and my YouTube channel became a lot more involved than I had planned, and now I'm needing to get back into it, because losing less than a pound a week, and it's just like, ugh. So
I think the thing to keep in mind is a pound a week is still awesome. That's as long as we're on the way down, and in all reality, just getting healthy. I think that's the number one goal. Healthy in all aspects of our life, honestly. So, I was gonna say something, but I just lost it.
Oh, sorry, I was yapping my mouth off over here.
I can't remember what it is. I have a short memory. My wife would tell you that.
Yep. Yep. Hi, Shay. Oh dear. Anyway, well, while we're speaking of the weights, did you weigh in this week? Maybe.
Just kidding, I did. And I thought I'd do a lot better than I did, actually. I weighed in exactly 393. So I think it was like into my belt, 293.
I'm like,
Woo!
393.
I gained 100 pounds. And
0.3. That's
0.3. I couldn't remember if I was
way down.
0.6. So hopefully with these goals, it'll help me get to where I want to be. You know how it is.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I was I'm trying to do the math in my head. I weighed in yesterday. We were talking about this off the air for everybody watching.
Yeah.
I had a YouTube project that I really needed to get done, so I pulled an all-nighter. And normally I weigh in on Sunday mornings because I edit the vlogs or the weigh-ins, and so I will weigh myself on Sunday morning and then film my clip. So I went to bed at 7 in the morning, which is normally when I weigh in normally on Sundays. And then I woke up at like 11 and was just so completely out of it that I just started eating, and I drink a ton of water. So I had my breakfast and then I just started guzzling water, and then it just kind of made everything skewed. So excuses. I'm going to go off of my weight yesterday, which I was down 0.7.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was 291.6. That's what it was, 0.6. But
that's awesome. And I like what you said about the no excuses, and it really hit me again when Phil started talking about it, that there's never going to be a time when there's nothing going on.
Right.
Making the decision that we need to just do it now and stop putting it off, because like honestly, in November is when I started I need to start getting back into shape. And it was only been like 2 months since my marathon. I started eating bad again. And I'm like, no, let's just wait until the beginning of the year because December sucks. There's a lot of family stuff. There's going to be food everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then, just that New Year's comes up and then there's something else that happens. And now it's May. And time just keeps going and you start gaining more weight, getting more unhealthy. And you just got to just choose to just do it now. There's no better time than now.
Well, and especially because even now people are like, oh, but it's, summer is right around the corner and all the barbecues. I actually have found summertime to be the best time for me, not only because obviously the sun is up longer, so I can actually feel like I can go do things after work. On the weekends, you have more time to do things, but barbecues don't have to be unhealthy. I don't know. Yeah, like barbecues and Thanksgiving. I don't know why people think these things have to be so unhealthy. Take Thanksgiving, for example. You have your turkey, which is healthy, and all these vegetables that if you don't add marshmallows and brown sugar and all this awful stuff to them, just make fresh vegetable sides. And then instead of for your roll, make a whole wheat roll. And then in your barbecues, you've got, I don't like watermelon, but you've got your watermelon, you've got your cantaloupe. I know, I don't like watermelon. Because I think it's because I love water so much that it's tastes like dirty water to me, and that makes me sad. So
my wife just said, we can be best friends.
But you can grill up your chicken, or even if you get a lean burger and have a lean burger or a turkey burger or salmon burger. There's so many different options that I actually love barbecues because you can eat them healthy, and don't put your thing you grilled, don't put that on a bun. Just put it on your plate and cut it up with a fork, know?
I think the thing that helps me the most, and I hate it terribly, is making sure the people that are around me know that I'm on a health journey. Because and most of the time they're like, really, you're on this again? Come on, you've done this so many times. Just get it done, be healthy. But honestly, when they know about it, they're more willing not to say, hey, just eat this. We got this little piece of cake for this person's birthday, or they'll be more willing to have stuff around that's healthy as well. My family is kind of like you said. It's there's a huge table and there's just food everywhere, and and also one thing as well is if you let people know, it sometimes gets other people to start thinking the same way, and they start eating healthy. And if there's more people around you that are that same way, it definitely helps.
Yeah. No, my mom's been so sweet. When we were off of sugar, she would try to make sugar-free desserts or buy us she'd make a really sugar-full dessert for everyone else and then buy us I don't know, those sugar-free puddings or something. Like she was trying her best to like include us still. But no, I think that's I mean, the biggest thing is like getting everyone around you on board. And that doesn't mean that they have to be doing it themselves. It just means that they're more conscious and that they can make it available for more options. You know?
Another thing is I know society says it's not okay a lot of times, but I think it's sometimes okay just to say no. You know, people offer you stuff, it's hard to sometimes, but and to be right and what's the right word I'm looking for? But what I'm talking about. But I think it's okay just to say no.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about hurting somebody's feelings. If you do,
totally.
that's their fault.
Val in the chat says she loves making skewers of mushrooms, peppers, and pineapple to grill with some chicken breast. Okay. As much as everyone loves watermelon and I don't like it, everyone loves pineapple and I don't like it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm not a mushroom fan.
Oh, see, and I love mushrooms.
We had mushrooms like a week ago, so I'm like, ugh, mushrooms they're grody.
I love mushrooms. I think I'm weird because I like things that have weird texture that most people don't like mushrooms or seafood, calamari, like that kind of stuff I totally love. And then there's like things that other people love, like watermelon. The texture also bothers me because it does taste like dirty water, and then you have mush, and then seeds.
Delicious mush.
But I do love cantaloupe and that green melon that I can't think of. Honeydew. I'm all that green thing.
Honeydew is the crap of melon. Like you got the good watermelon, you got the cantaloupe, and, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know it's not good to add salt to things, but a little bit of cantaloupe.
Tell me you don't do that.
I'm just excited for summer fruit and the farmers markets, and I'm getting excited for it.
Yeah. Did you tell me that you downloaded that app, the affirmations app?
Yes. I'm so glad that you talked about that again. I meant to download it the first time you talked about it, and then you talked about it again last week, and so I downloaded it. I don't know if I pressed my button yet today. Let's see.
I think I did.
It's just kind of funny. Yes, yeah, I did, because I don't have
the notification. So people that don't know what it is, it's like this little app that it gives you a little affirmation every day. And you just push the little button that says hold. And mine today says, life is getting better every day. Just it tells you something good and gives a little pick me up every day. So I like it. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think we should share, like everyone for people in the chat, we have a running Facebook chat for our little collab members. And so we kind of check in with each other throughout the day and the week. And yesterday, Kurt shared his. And mine was like the companion of yours, but it meant that I didn't get anything out of it. It means that
it was perfect.
yours is something about like you will hit your goals or something.
Yep.
And mine was like, I'll help people obtain their goals. And I'm like, what about my goals? What about my needs? But I guess in helping others, you help yourself.
Yeah, so mine was, I will succeed because I am focused and passionate about my goal. And Amy's was, I help people achieve their goals.
There you go. Mine today, though, is my positive attitude is infectious.
It is.
I try to stay positive, especially when... Okay, now I'm going to say this. I'm complaining about 4 hours of sleep, which is sadly about 1 hour extra of sleep than what I normally get. But the problem is I normally get those 3 hours of sleep earlier in the day, or the night, I mean. Staying up all night has just really thrown me off my game today. I'm just like...
I wouldn't be able to function. I need my beauty sleep, and it still doesn't work.
Oh, I've just been dragging around. I think I did fall asleep for about 10 minutes. We had to run to Target, and Tyson's trying to book our flights, and I laid down on the bed for just a second, and then I like woke up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to be getting in the shower.
I'm not supposed to be sleeping.
Although I'm glad I didn't mention anything. The last time Phil was on with us, he got after me for my sleeping, and I 100% recognize that when I do not sleep 6 hours or more, I fully recognize, like I see that on the scale. So even though I am complaining, and even though I complain when I actually do get more sleep, it makes me more tired because I'm backwards, it is affecting the scale. So those of you in the chat, do as I say, not as I do, please. Get your sleep.
I'm sorry, I can't get the chat.
No comments over there. My husband is making noises.
Does your sleep affect your husband's sleep then? Does it affect Tyson's sleep? Does he not get as much as he usually does, or how is he?
Well, okay, so a lot of times he does start staying up later with me. So, I mean, that's not good. So it is affecting him in that way. And also, I mean, obviously I keep lights on, or he'll sometimes keep like the closet light on. So then that's not, it's making it so he's not going into full sleep because the lights are still on. Last night, I made sure the bedroom lights were off and the hallway light was off, so only these lights back here were on. And so I'm hoping that helped him a little bit more. He slept in quite a while too.
Yeah,
but he stayed up till 4. I didn't know what time he went to bed because I didn't know what time it was. Donna, yes, the app is affirmations, by the way.
I was in bed by 9:15, just so you know.
Oh my gosh, I don't think that I even, 9:15 is like 6 o'clock.
I'm an old girl like
That's
that.
interesting that you went to bed that early after working graves. You think
Graves don't really affect me that bad. Usually, gotta be careful with what I say. I get a good amount of sleep. You know, I sleep really well during the day, and while Shailene is sleeping, and yeah, so it doesn't affect me like it does.
I'm sure Tyson wants to say something to you tomorrow night. He's laughing about that. Val, thank you. My nails are super cute. I can only brag about them because I did not do them. My nail girl does a fantastic job. I tell her what I am thinking, and then she just designs them. So I can't take any credit. So I will brag about them because they're not my work.
That halo over your head.
What?
Or
I know, now that we've really gotten all the business out of the way, we can start to, this was
Yeah, before the chat started, I was like, oh yeah, no doubt, huh? And before the chat started, I was like this right here.
why don't we just do this for fun sometimes?
We do. Anyways.
No, do more.
Tyson says to do more. He likes craziness. Guys, this is a hint of where I'm going in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I guess I don't really need that. Does that make a difference?
You already have hair there.
But now you can do the beard bump now with him and.
We already said that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm jealous of your cruise.
You know, I'm excited. It just barely got booked yesterday.
That's flight today.
Got the flight today. Oh, look, I really like these glasses.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna make you eat spinach only from the buffet.
spinach. I actually am growing to like cooked spinach. I don't like spinach necessarily uncooked, but I'm really enjoying cooked spinach right now.
I don't eat hot spinach at all. Even if it's like on like a sandwich, like at Subway or something. I don't do hot spinach. But I eat tons of spinach because I've been doing like green smoothies.
Right.
Tons in it, but I guess you don't really taste it that way though.
No, you don't. You don't taste it in a smoothie. So but I mean, okay, on a sandwich, they're taking the leaf and putting it on something that's hot. So then just the leaf is warm, right?
That, or like if I get like it toasted or something.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm talking about
I guess they don't toast the spinach though.
no. but they're making the leaf warm, which I don't think I would like either because I don't like it necessarily raw. But what I'm talking about is like we'll do breakfast for dinner a lot of times just because we'll make like scrambled eggs with stuff in it and then like turkey bacon.
Yeah.
So just tons of protein for dinner. And so with our scrambled eggs, like I'll throw a handful of spinach in and it'll like cook way down to like little tiny green globs that sound disgusting.
That actually sounds good because I like spinach and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you don't, that's what Tyson was just saying, is you don't even realize that it's there because it's mixed in like with our scrambled eggs, you know? So, Donna, you'll have to wait and see if that's where I'm going. You may or may not be correct.
She's cruising down the Provo River in Utah.
Oh my gosh, Tyson and I did that a few years ago, and it was the most terrifying scene of my entire life because my poor sister-in-law held on to her foot the entire time because I'm like freaking out. And then Tyson and I had flip-flops on because we didn't have water shoes yet, and we now have water shoes, so we're good. But he lost a flip-flop. And then down the river a ways, we found someone else's flip-flop, like it was a girl's flip-flop, like a small girl. It was like purple, and it was the correct foot that he lost his. And so he had his one big black flip-flop on and then one tiny purple one on. It was the funniest thing.
I'm sure that was cute.
It was way adorable. All right. Well, we've been at it for an hour.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know if there's any last minute questions. We kind of went a little bit more casual today. I'm sorry some of our favorite members couldn't make it. It's just one of those things. I mean, obviously Chantel can't help her internet, and Todd has a lot of work projects that have been really keeping him crazy busy lately. So hopefully we will have them next time, which, by the way, next time we will do this on the second Sunday of June, as I'll be out of town the first one. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. And Kurt, thank you for joining us on our live broadcast. And everyone, we will see you guys next week with another weigh-in. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.